I stayed 4 days in jail. It was the worst 4 days of my life. And it still impacts me today. So about 13 years I've been in the pharmaceutical industry. I was very successful. I've sold a variety of different medications. We're talking from pain management to cardiology to gastroenterology, different areas of medicine. Very successful. I traveled a lot, got to see so many parts of the United States, made a very decent six-figure salary to support my children as a single mother. I have 3 daughters. One was in nursing school at the time, and my oldest is fighting for our country in the Air Force. I met someone online, which I was very skeptical about meeting people online, that presented himself as a gentleman. We met. Didn't know a lot of turbulence that was going on in his life until we actually started dating. We moved in together. He was asked to leave where he was previously staying, and I let him move in. I started to see a completely more aggressive nature in him. And I didn't understand it. I got afraid. I was abused by this man in so many different ways. I didn't even know the terminology of gaslighting. The physical abuse was horrific. Yeah, I eventually knew that if I didn't get out of the relationship, something bad could really happen. And he threatened over and over and over that, all he had to do was make up a story or lie or fabricate, which he eventually did. And here I am now. I was charged and convicted for domestic violence. Although I was the victim, it's following me. It's followed me for the past 5 years on criminal background checks, like this one that's about this thick. So everything was clear before and after this person, and that should speak to something. Opportunities are extremely limited. There are a list of companies that place themselves on second chance opportunities, and then they turn around and discriminate once they find out about your background. It is a struggle because you may have clients that are willing to work with you, but once they look you up, you're a public figure, and they see your criminal background or something on your background, whether true or not, they'll question that. Financially, they've been impacted. The stigma behind my criminal background. There's been so many barriers that I've had where I was limited, and because I'm limited in terms of housing or employment, they have been as well. So financially, although I have 2 adult girls, they weren't always adults, and sometimes they still need me. The New Hope Act, House Bill 1041, needs to be enacted. It's been much needed for a very, very long time. It will positively impact, so many lives, so many families. If the new HOAP Act is enacted, and I could successfully, represent clients in the buying and the selling process of their homes without worrying whether or not they trust me. That's my hope. That I have to hold on to hope, and the new HOAP Act is what I'm holding on to be able to move forward.